Okay, good morning. It's January 25th. A couple quick things to touch on first, and then I have, there was a great call this week that Melanie did in the Rising Stars page, which I love those weekly Wednesday calls because they are like a next level leadership kind of call. And Melanie just has a lot of wisdom in building a successful business, and she shares a lot of that stuff with us coaches that have rank advanced to diamond and beyond. So it's a lot more intimate call. She is it's a different Melanie than her Monday Night Dream Team calls. She's a lot more sassy and sometimes vulgar and pointed, and is very much like, get your shit together. Like, this is, you want to build a business, I'm going to tell you how to build a business. Stop slacking. So this call this last week was kind of a punch in the gut, and kind of a like just eye-opening call. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I think, sometimes this business looks like, rainbows and butterflies and like everyone's holding hands and skipping down the beach, and it takes a little bit more grit. And so she talked a little bit about that on that call Wednesday. But before we dive into that, I want to just do a couple quick little announcements and recaps, and then just kind of anybody that has anything they want to bring to the call or add or share any victories from this last week. Please do. So just a couple quick things. And I am smart and I made an agenda today so I wouldn't get squirreled and sidetracked. So Team Cup obviously is coming up starting February 1st. So this is the last week to get registered. If you register for a Team Cup team and you don't do anything, are you going to be penalized or kicked off the team? No, absolutely not. But it's a free chance for you to challenge yourself and take your business to the next level. It is an opportunity to team up with some other girls and elevate your business, whether that means you're rank advancing or you are, stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit more, you're inviting a little bit more. You are doing some things that maybe you don't want to do because it makes your armpits sweat, but whatever it is, it's an awesome month to really just build that momentum in your business. And I will tell you guys, like, now is the time to be recruiting coaches and new challengers because it's a fresh start, a new year. And like, people are excited about wanting to get results. And we're going to blow through February, and then it's March, and then it's like spring break is on the mind, and then March happens, and then it's April, and then holy crap, next month, like, the pool's open in May. Oh my gosh, now I'm like in a crunch to try to hurry up and get results before summer. And that's that mindset that we've kind of instilled in our brains, which is silly sometimes. But anyway, it's like summer is coming. I mean, it's February. It's January, but I mean, it's almost February, and now is the time to be getting people on board, helping them build that foundation for living healthier through the summer. Because we all know it's challenging with maintaining results during the summer. Same thing with coaching. Like, now is the time to be recruiting for new coaches to help them build their business, build some goals. Coaches that have goals to, hit diamond by summit, coaches that have goals to hit premier, hit elite this year. Like, that comes from a mountain of momentum that starts in January. So whenever I sit down on my computer and I don't want to invite, or I don't want to do follow-ups, or I'm exhausted, I think about, like, I don't want to be scrambling on December 28th to try to meet goals in my business. Like, I want to be celebrating in December. So January, February, so getting on a Team Cup team is important. If you don't have a Team Cup team, please reach out. There's a thread in the team page that I posted, who needs a Team Cup team. Post in there. There are plenty of us that can form a team together. We do have a couple teams within our team already. And then there's always like Dream Team and Forever Fit too, that if you need extra people. I plan on putting my husband on a team. And so if, again, anybody needs a team, don't hesitate to reach out. And then you get free stuff. Like you hit Success Club, you get a t-shirt or a tank top. Everybody hits Success Club, you get a sweet duffel bag. And you're the top team. I think you can only get 40 points per person on the team. So it like caps out at 200. And if there's a tie, then they go by like most PV. And then there's regional prizes. You get like a fancy gold bar for Bar Blend if you're the top regional team. You can also have your husband make one for $8 from Home Depot, just saying. But it's something to shoot for. And then the top team gets a all expense paid trip to Beachbody headquarters and gets recognized at Summit and gets their name on the team cup. And I will tell you, from going to leadership, Beachbody headquarters is really cool. Like if you can earn that free trip to LA, like they take you out to LA and then you get to go and celebrate and hang with corporate and Carl and all the awesome people and super trainers. It's a cool trip. It's fun to see. It's fun to see where everything goes down. They have a super swanky Shakeology bar within the corporate office that you can literally just walk up there and be like, hey, can I get, and there's like a Shakeology barista that just makes shakes all day. That's what their job is. They just make Shakeology shakes all day. Like what a cool job. So anyway, Team Cup, do it. The Success Club trip, 2021 in Riviera Maya. Get yourself on the opt-in list. You don't have to pay anything to be on the opt-in list. You just get on the opt-in list and then you get an invite based on your Success Club points. Now, that being said, have I seen coaches who have had 2 Success Club points in the previous year get an invite? Yes, absolutely. And stranger things have happened because Beachbody has already paid for this resort and they've already paid for this trip. And if they can fill more spots, even better. So get on the opt-in list. And if you want to get your trip paid for every Success Club point you get, that gives you $10 toward the cost of your room and board. It's all inclusive. There's a $1,200 room option. And if you hit Success Club every month for the year, SC10 every month for the year, that gives you $1,200. I will say January is double trip dollars points. So if you get 10 SC points this month, you get 200 trip dollars toward the cost of your trip. So that is another reason why pushing for Success Club is not a bad idea, especially if you want to go on that trip and you want to knock down the cost of your SC trip. The trips are amazing. I've been on 4 of them. I love the community vibe. It's just so fun. And you're just at a beach and people just bring you drinks and food and you just get taken care of and you hang out with your people and you work out with super trainers and you can do as much or as little work as you want. There are meetings and stuff that they have there if you're interested in going to learn about new product and up and coming stuff and hang out with whoever. But the SC trip opt-in list. Dream Team calls have changed to 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 noon Eastern Time. That is a permanent change. I don't know that she will go back to the nighttime calls, but just mark your calendar for that. They are always recorded. I will do my best to get the recording uploaded once it's available. If not, you can always search the Dream Team. If you find it before I've posted it, feel free to post it in the team page. And I did create a new unit for team calls in the team page, which is where I'm going to start posting all the recordings. And Monday's call, Megan Blinko will be talking about rank advancement, why rank advancing is important for your business. She will be talking about the comp plan. Megan is a former CPA and is like a total Excel spreadsheet nerd when it comes to like the finance stuff about Beachbody. So if you are interested in how all of that stuff works in more detail, that is going to be a great call to get on. Volume, PV, TV, team cycle bonuses, and then rank advancement and how that works in your business. So that's all I have for announcements. Does anybody have anything they want to add? Any victories from this week? Anything you want to share? Okay. If you do at any time, feel free to chime in, raise your hand, unmute yourself. I just posted in the team page, going back to that call, the Dream Team Call Monday, this team builder qualification tracker. So just to touch on this real quick, because I think we're going to dive into this a little bit on the Dream Team Call on Monday. If you are pushing for diamond in your business or star diamond, coming up in the next couple of weeks will be New Leader Conference. So every year Beachbody does a New Leader Conference for diamond coaches, star diamond coaches and above. And they invite you out to LA. If you earn 25 leadership points, then they pay for your room and board. You get a tour of headquarters. It's another little intimate thing. You get to work out with super trainers. And there are food is provided, and it's awesome. You go to LA and you get to hang out with Beachbody people. And the speaker lineup is incredible. It's all Beachbody people. They talk to you about a new leader stuff, building your business, and just like things that, like for me, it was a huge milestone for me to get in that trip and go and then just sit and just soak everything in. And it was like, okay, these are the things that I need to be doing. This is what I need to be implementing. This is how I need to continue to build my business to the next level, continue to build my income and my volume, and help my team do the same. So that those like next level things are kind of broken down in these trackers. So there's a team builder one and a team leader one. And then there's Premier, and then there's Elite. And there are these goal guides. I have them all printed out. And if that's something that you're pushing for, team builder is the first rank on that ladder, the first rung on that ladder that you want to achieve. And that's a diamond rank, 25 leadership points, 1,000 5-week cumulative TV from your weak leg, and a new Emerald coach in 2020. So when I understood this team leader or team leadership ladder, it really helped me see, okay, these are the things, if I want to continue to see my business grow and my volume grow and my income grow, I need to be doing these things on a regular basis to build that volume. So I had to kind of take a snapshot of my back office and go, okay, what does my volume look like? What does my weak leg look like? How can I grow that? Okay, I need to add more people on my weak leg. I need to build that weak leg even stronger. I need to help my coaches rank advance. I need to help my new coaches get to Emerald. I need to help new coaches get Success Club points in the first month to 2 months of their business. I need to also be hitting Success Club myself. I need to have my new coaches in the last year and current year help them get Success Club points. So those things are all on this sheet, but for reference, if that's something that you're interested in leveling up your business, I would print this out and have that ready for the Dream Team call on Monday. And if you would like more detail on this, I'm not going to dive in totally on this call, but I would be more than happy to set up a call just to explain these things, and take a look at your back office with you and say, okay, this is what would be helpful to do, and kind of give you a rundown on how to achieve those next things. So that's in the team page in the file section for you to print out. All right. So diving in, and I'm going to try to do this as effectively as I can while sharing viewing my notes and talking. Squirrel. Okay, so this call this past week, Melanie talked a lot about recruiting, and And one of the things that we so easily allow ourselves to do in this business is not recruit because we invite to challenge groups. We don't recruit because it's easier to post transformations and see that people engage on those and comment on those and invite to a challenge group, because that's our comfort zone, right? Like that's where we're most comfortable. We're most comfortable with helping people. All we have to do is plug them into a challenge group. They have all the tools they need, plug them in, do these things, you're going to get results. I'm here for you, I've got your back. It's a lot more challenging to recruit coaches, to post about coaching, to step out of our comfort zone, because, you know, whatever it is that we have, these self-limiting beliefs holding us back, saying, you know what, people are going to judge you for your posts. People are going to think you're trying to sell them something. People are going to think that you're doing some schemy pyramid marketing, whatever. And that there are other companies out there that have given network marketing and MLMs a bad rap. So sometimes whatever it is gets into our head, or we post that thing about coaching, and you know what? Normally my posts get 25 likes. How come my coaching posts only get 3? Nobody cares. Why am I even posting about this? Or, you know, it causes us to step out of our comfort zone and say, okay, now I've got to step up as a leader and get out of my comfort zone and help a new coach get started. And how do I do that most effectively? I don't want to fail them. I don't want them to get the wrong idea. And that can be a little bit challenging too, right? First off, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are plenty of things out there. We're kicking off a new coach training this weekend. And we are just making things simple, and just the best thing that you can do for your new coaches is just to get the ball rolling, just to get them comfortable, and just to get them doing the absolute most basic things. So Melanie went on to say, well, why are you not recruiting? And she talked about how she's done so many different things to try to recruit coaches into this business. And we've done, you know, a separate Instagram page just for like a coach sneak peek, and invited people to join that. And then you could see, okay, who wants to join this? Who wants to know about coaching? Now I have an idea. So now I can message those people. And then that stopped working. And then we would do these weekly live calls, live Zoom webinar, or whatever it is, to get people to join this Zoom link, and then we would talk to them about coaching. Well, that wasn't working. We would send out all these emails. Well, sometimes people don't respond, or they don't open the email, or they don't see it. And then, you know, just so many different things to try to see what works. And you know what? That's the thing about this business. It continues to evolve. We used to write text all over our pictures back in the day, and now that's not something that we do anymore. You know, just different things that continue to work in this business. Something that might have worked last year, it doesn't work this year, or it's a continual evolution of trying to figure out what it is that's going to work best for you. And ultimately it comes down to just doing the things. She said the number one reason why we don't recruit is because you're not actually inviting anyone. Because you're saying you're doing the things. You're sitting down at your computer and you're scrolling Facebook, and you're, you know, messaging people nice things, but you're not actually inviting. You're having conversations with people that might be out of your comfort zone, but the conversation doesn't ever go anywhere, and then it dies off, and an invite doesn't actually come. You're not putting it out there consistent enough. You're not posting about coaching consistently. It takes, these are her words, 3 to 5 times a week to be posting about coaching in order to get people to start showing interest. And it's not a once every now and then, hey, oh, by the way, I do this little thing on the side, but I don't really talk about it because I don't know why it makes me uncomfortable. So maybe I'll talk about it once a month. Putting yourself out there consistently. And those self-limiting beliefs come back in that maybe prevent us from doing so. Or I'm so busy, I don't have a post to write. All of those things, I do all of those things. I like try to write a post, and then I'm so overwhelmed that I'm like, okay, I have to take a break. And then I don't ever actually post about coaching. And that's probably like yesterday I was trying to do that post for like 3 days and I finally got it done yesterday. And same thing, like I'm like 7 people liked this post. Who cares? 7 people, whatever. I had one girl. Well, thanks. I had one girl request to join the coaching group who is extremely passionate and like wants to coach. And I'm like, you know what? The other 1,700 people that didn't want to, that's okay. That one person, like that's the person I want to work with.
Kayla Ibanez would say those vanity metrics that you're solely relying on mean crap.
Right. Those numbers.
The vanity metrics, you can't look at who likes it or who is commenting because it doesn't matter. People can look at it and doesn't mean they have to like it. That was so 2000 and whatever she would say.
I saw a post the other day that said, and I meant to post this in the team page. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
I think that's part of the beauty of Insta stories too, is you see all those people who are actually watching you. None of those people like or do anything on my post.
No.
I said on a call or one of our calls recently, like whatever you're posting in your feed, like say whatever, do the same thing in your stories because the same people are probably not seeing your feed.
Right.
I feel like sometimes they just look at the picture and like it. They don't even read what you have there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like 90% of a post that, oh, there's a picture. I just like your picture. I didn't read anything you just wrote.
So one thing that you can do is you can take, like, what I need to do is I need to take my post from yesterday that I posted about coaching and break those words down and make them like 6 separate stories and like take those paragraphs and crop them up and like turn them into stories. So that way people are actually reading those words. And if they read my post and didn't like it or whatever, or maybe they scrolled right past it, they read the first sentence and they were like, then they're going to see it in my stories. This one says, my picture had 5 likes in 12 minutes. I deleted the picture. I put it on my story and it got 197 views in 20 minutes. Moral of the story, people won't like your shit, but best believe they're watching. And I saved that because I was like, that's true. Like there's people that are viewing my stories that I'm like, who are you and where did you come from? Like I have never seen you pop up in my Facebook feed at all. And you're a completely different person. So, or a completely new person to me. So kind of circling back, talking about coaching consistently, several times a week, making it a point to, maybe you make your coach posting days on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and your transformation days or challenge group days on Tuesday and Thursday. Not every post has to be a call to action, but it needs to be oh shit, like there's something here I can join. Like somebody needs to know that they have the option to join you, but not every post has to be join my group. Number 2, you're letting your self-limiting beliefs get in the way. Things like I am not successful enough, so who would want to join me? I have failed before. I've dropped rank. My income has dropped. My volume has dropped. I haven't met goals that I said I was going to meet. So I consider myself a failure. You spend your time on social media comparing yourself to other coaches, or I wonder what Melanie would say. Let me go look at her page. Or I wonder what so-and-so would say. Let me go look at her page. And then you spend that time trying to recreate somebody else's content and make it your own. She said, shut that shit down and do you. Just be yourself and don't worry about what other people are doing because that's the comparison game. She talked a lot about how she has really, really bad anxiety and she's been seeing a therapist for it. And her therapist had given her this journal and what she does is like whenever she has those feelings come in, she like stops and she pulls out her journal and she writes it down. And it just helps prevent her from like that comparison game and from feeling anxious about trying to do something or wanting to do something and then like getting distracted. And then that helps like maintain that focus. I scroll other people's stuff trying to see what they're doing to make me be successful, and then spending that time on social media when it should be reserved for inviting, when it should be reserved for connecting in your challenge groups, it should be reserved for making connections, follow-ups. It's being used for watching other people's stories and watching how other people do their business, and not spending the time actually building your own business. Mindset is everything first. There are certain things that will block you from doing what you need to do, and then ultimately are preventing you from achieving your goals. So if you're finding that you're spending all this time working your business, but you're not actually working your business, like if you can sit down and look at your tracker and say, you know what, and your like list of invites from this last week, and I will tell you, mine is wimpy, but I have had good follow-ups, and I've had good conversations. I've spent a lot of time following up with people and engaging with people, and I didn't do a lot of invites this past week, probably less than 30, to be honest. But what I will tell you is the time that I've spent working my business, I have spent engaging with other people and building that relationship. But I think about going into the end of this month, and I'm like, where do I want to be this year? What do I need to do to make things happen in my business? I need to invite. And I know that if I want my business to grow, I need to do it with other people that want to build and grow a business together. So that means I need to work with my leaders, and I need to work with my team, and I need to help my new coaches get started right. And I need to recruit new coaches as well that want to build and grow and run. So instead of making a generic post that says, hey, I do this coaching thing and it's really, really great and you should join me, and rainbows and butterflies, it's, oh my God, we have a badass group of women who want to work and who want to get shit done, and we want you to do this with us. So if this is you, you know, and you be a lot more pointed about who you want to work with. Because if I'm posting, you know, oh, I don't really have to do anything, like I get to stay home with my kids and it's lovely, then people are going to think that they don't really have to do anything to work in this business. But when you talk about what it takes, when you talk about the effort that you put in, and you talk about how you help people get results, and you share that, those tasks that you do, you share that, you know, that backstory of what you're doing behind the scenes, that helps other people connect with what it takes to do this business. I'm not saying that you need to post in your stories, I'm going to be sending out 35 Hey Girl messages today, so just so you know, that's what I'm going to be doing, so look for me in your inbox today. Like, I'm not saying to do that, but I think sometimes we can paint a rose-colored picture of what this coaching business is like. And if we want to build a business with people who want to build a business, then we have to treat it like it's a business. How do I recruit? So talking about the business the entire month, and not just posting a couple things here and there, showing up in your social media and showing up in your stories. So Melanie did a day in the life of coaching this last week, and she was like, we used to do those all the time. And I remember we used to do those all the time. I think I have a series of them saved, where you would literally walk through your whole day like, okay, this is what, you know, I'm sitting down for my team call, I'm doing this, you know, I spend time connecting with people on social media. This is my personal development book that I'm reading. And that's something that I think I'm going to do on Monday. So if anybody wants to do that with me on Monday, I am doing a coach. I'm using a document that Melanie shared, and I'm doing a coach, like a week sneak peek again. I know we did one just a couple weeks ago. That was very successful. I would like to do 2 different formats every month and see what works. So don't feel like you have to do both, but if you want to, you're going to have 2 options every month. We're going to do the week of workouts and free trial, stuff like that. And then I'm going to use this other format and kind of talk a little bit more in depth about the business too. And doing like, what is happening upstairs? A side hustle, like turning a side hustle into a 6-figure business kind of thing. But Monday, I'm going to do a day in the life of coaching. So just walking through my day. This is, you know, my morning routine. This is my workout. This is what, you know, this gets me centered for the day. This is, you know, call, blah, blah, blah. And just kind of breaking down the day to show people that, like, I don't have to spend 12 hours sitting here at my computer every day. Like I can break my business up in chunks and certain things that we do. So I invite you to do that. If you want to invite to the group this next week, feel free to do so. It'll be like a daily post Monday through Friday. Or I might pop in and do a couple live videos too. Going back to your engagement every week, and seeing what people want to see, seeing what posts are working for you. So everybody pull your phone out real quick. If you're on it, I'm sorry. But I want to just kind of show you real quick how to find your engagement on your Instagram, because this is really, really important. So if you have a business account, this will work. If you do not have a business account on your Instagram, you do not get insights. But you go to your personal page, and up here in this corner, those 3 little lines, you tap that box, and then you go to insights. And then it will give you content insights. So that very first one, it says posts, and that's kind of a snapshot from this last week. And it shows you, like, there should be 6 posts there, and it shows you what got the most engagement. And mine, unfortunately, is a text box, words with text, or like a picture with text. Those get the most engagement on my page, hands down. Like, I know we're probably not supposed to use those all the time, but those draw people to my page, and I got 12 new followers this week in those posts. So, I mean, I'm going to keep doing that because that's what my audience wants to see. But I took a look this last week because I haven't done it in a while. And I was completely surprised at what got the most engagement. And 3 of them were coaching posts. And one of them was a food post, and another one was like a mom post. And I was like, well, holy crap. Okay, maybe I should talk a lot more about coaching on my Instagram because people are engaging on those posts. I'm getting a lot more likes. So that is your content. You can go to posts and then see all, and you can take it back to 2 years if you want to. But in the last year, like, these are mine. You can see that all of those text ones got the most engagement. But you can scroll through and go, okay, well, now I know what my audience likes to see. Now I know how I need to tailor my posts on my Instagram to what my audience wants to engage on. If you're like me and you're like, well, crap, a whole bunch of these are memes and like word things, what can I put in there that's people want to see those things? Okay, maybe I need to put quotes in there that are inspirational about women, and then my post text needs to be about coaching. But what is going to get you more engagement? What is going to get you more followers? And what is going to build that relationship? So you can go in there and check those insights. You can check your audience and see, who's engaging on your post, where people are located. Maybe you're tagging locations in your post. You should be tagging locations in your posts and your stories too. Whenever I do coaching stories, I try to tag my location in there for like St. Louis, Missouri, because like anybody that's viewing stories for St. Louis, Missouri might see those. Is it going to make a huge difference? I don't know, but it's not going to hurt. You can check your age range. My highest viewing age range is 25 to 34. 42% of my audience is 25 to 34. 38% is 35 to 44. Okay, perfect. That's what my target market is anyway. So I'm glad that my target market, what I'm posting to, is meeting my my audience. It shows you your gender. It shows you the times that most of your followers are on. So I'm really bad about posting late at night. Like I usually do my last post at like 10:30 or 11 p.m. because I'm just a hot mess and I get my kids in bed late and I feel like I can't get my shit together before then. And then I look at that and I'm like, well, dang, nobody is on in my audience during those times. My peak times are typically around like 3 p.m., 6 p.m., maybe I need to change that post, or maybe I need to be better about writing it the day before and then scheduling it or setting my alarm, like do your Instagram post at 6 p.m. So that way I'm not scrambling to try to get it done at the end of the day. Don't be like me. But it shows you all of those things in there. And that insight, I think, is really, really helpful, because then it shows you like, okay, this is what I should do more of. This is how I should engage more people on my posts. This is what I need to show my audience what they want. It doesn't do that on your personal Facebook, but if you have a Facebook business page, I know you can go in and view your insights as well. So coaching posts with a call to action, not a strong call to action, but putting that in there, putting that call to action, if not always necessarily every single post, but you're giving people that like option to reach out. You're giving people that like, like my inbox is always open. My email address is whatever. I'd love to talk to you more. And then filling your pipeline constantly, which means you're adding more people. You're following, you're going into, I like to go into accounts that I like to follow, like Scary Mommy, for example. Mom's, what is it? Mommy Needs Vodka. Those accounts that, because that's my personality and I like those things that they post. So I like to go in there and I like to follow their followers, because I'm like, oh, well, if this person likes that stuff, then we're going to have some kind of a connection. So following your target market, and engaging on their stuff. Same thing with like Facebook, not doing mass invites, because that's not something that we do anymore, but I still add 1 to 7 new friends a day on Facebook to try to build my audience, because I know that the more people I have in my pipeline, the more I can continue to grow my business. And what I also mean by filling your pipeline is like you have a funnel of people that every month you're working into either coaching or you're working into a challenge group. So, we've talked about doing free groups before. Like one thing that Katie Ersta talked about on a call the other day was, if you're doing a free group, make sure that you get their email address, because that way they're not just floating off into Facebook land and you're not going to find them again. You've got an email list, an email address. You can plug them into your newsletters. You can send them an email that just says, hey, here's a few recipes from the free group we did, or here's a couple tips. Let me know what you think about it. If you'd love to chat, I've got a group coming up, whatever. Getting people's email addresses, and just, if you're not doing any kind of email marketing, don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel and start that today. But having that system in case like Facebook or Instagram goes down, you still have a way to contact people who have been interested and engaged in your stuff. But filling that pipeline for the month, whether you're putting a free group out there and you have 100 people that want to join your free group, and then you're narrowing that down into, people that want to join your challenge group, people that want to join your coach sneak peek, people that want to try out some workouts, do a 14-day trial, and working toward getting those people into your business and into your team or into your challenge group, and whatever it is, helping them get results, however that looks like for them. I think that's it. I mean, I have a couple more things here. If inviting is something that's extremely challenging for you, I would strongly recommend the book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It looks like this. It's a do this first kind of book. I read it like several years ago when that was like, I just didn't want to invite. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to wait for people to come to me. And you know what? When my business got stagnant and no one was coming to me, and I was so frustrated because I wasn't hitting Success Club, I had to go back and take a look and say, okay, if I'm inviting 6 people a month, it's probably not going to get me to where I want to be in my business. Inviting was like armpit sweating, like nervousness for me. I don't know why. I mean, I think about all of us, and I think about our team, and I think about our challenge groups, and like how awesome it is to see people get results, and like how good of a feeling it is when somebody's like, oh my God, I just lost 4 pounds this last week and I feel amazing. Oh my God, look at these jeans I'm wearing. I haven't worn them in 4 years. Oh my God, like I got home from work and I was so stressed out and I just wanted to eat a block of cheese and drink a bottle of wine. But instead I worked out and I made a healthy dinner. Like things that you're doing that are impacting other people's lives, that's like shit that we should be sharing. Like that's stuff that should make us want to invite more people, because that feel good stuff, that is the rainbows and butterflies. That is the unicorns. Like that's the stuff that like, that makes you have a successful business. It ups your credibility. It shows your other challengers that people are capable of getting results in this group. It shows other people on your social media, like, look what I'm helping people do. Why wouldn't you want to do this with me? So I think about that when inviting becomes challenging. And I'm like, you know what? Do it anyway. Because the worst thing that can happen is somebody's going to say no, or they're going to unfriend me. And you know what? They're not my people anyway. So if doing invites is challenging for you, do them first thing in the morning, so that way your anxiety levels are down for the rest of the day and you don't have to stress about it. And at 10 p.m. you're like, oh my God, I have to invite people. I'm never going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm crazy. Like, do it in the morning and read this book. And this is
read this book.
What?
I said, and read this book.
And read this book.
Amanda, can I share your transformation? Okay, good. Because I'm recruiting to bar right now. And that little bar bod that you got going on there might just get me some peeps.
In the chat, Rhiannon asked, does it really matter if I follow a lot more people than follow me? No, I think you have to follow more people to get them to come back to you. Like, I think I might follow more people than what follow me, and I need to go in and like clean them out and start fresh.
I
just did that this morning because I've been getting like random It Works followers. And so then, which is fine, but I'm like, then you invite me and I can see what you're really selling. So I feel like I just keep following a lot of people.
Yeah. You could be like the girl that just continually sends me pictures of her skin cream every
or her family picture that she sent Sarah.
That was strange.
No, that's not. Don't do that. Don't.
When you say go in and clean out, like, how do you go about doing that? Actually, I know I need to do that too. I just think I don't do it because I'm not sure if there's like a procedure to it.
So Emily had mentioned using the Cleaner app. You can't use the Cleaner app within your Instagram though, because you can get blocked. You can go into the Cleaner app and like see who's not following you, and then manually go in, like write down their names and then manually go in and unfollow them. But I just will go in and like, I'll go to my followers and I will, like, I'll just click on them and see if they're following me. Like, or it says like this one, it says like follow back. So like, okay, she's following, or I'm sorry.
She's following you, you're not following her.
Right. Go into who I'm following, and then you can see, like, if you click on their followers, you should be the first one that pops up.
Oh, okay.
And if you're not, then I would unfollow. Unless you like really feel like you need to be friends with that person, then you better start liking all their pictures and sending them comments and like doing stuff to get them to follow you. But I'm like, if they're not, I don't need to spend any more time.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah. I need you. I need you in my life.
I really like you.
Okay. Well, that's all I got. I gotta jump off. Did anybody have any questions about anything, any of this? Anything you want to add? Amanda, you look like you got something.
I had something and I forgot. It was some kind of nugget I took away from that I was kind of blown away with, but I, for the life of me, can't remember.
I'll post it in the team page if you think about it. I'm going to get this uploaded sometime today. Again, that team builder tracker is in the team page. Eat That Frog is the book that I had mentioned. And I don't have much else to say besides like, let's just go do some shit and make things happen. That's what we do. I think that's what we're pretty good at. And we're pretty good at keeping each other accountable. So if you need that extra accountability, put it out there and say, dude, okay, I'm going to do 20 invites today and I'm going to share them with you when I'm done. So if I don't, come after me. I would like to say that I'm going to do that, but we'll see if I can even get anything together today with the chaos that is this weekend. So that's it. All right.
Are we all going to get kicked off if you get off?
No, I'll just do leave meeting, and then you can stay on.
I was going to say, I don't want to go.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Saturday time with my friends.
I know I'm making coffee, so I can go back down to the basement and hang out.
I want to do.
I got to tell you guys about the conversation I had with an Arbonne girl